Dandat Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat devotees, Dandat Hariyananda Prabhu, Dandat Krishna Keshav Prabhu, Dandat to all deities.
Dandava, Maharaj. Happy to see you. Dandava, Vishwambar, Krishna Kechat.
Dandat Hare Krishna, Dandat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank you, brothers. Vandanam.
Hey, Maharaj.
Vandeham.
Siyuta Bhagavatam Guru Vaishnavanchan Srirupa Sagrajata Savanaritam Kansavajivam Advaitam Savadhutam Parijanastakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Srila Krishna Sadhu-Sanga
Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Pujya Shri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhagavamgitaya Sada Gaurvachari Parampara Prachalita Prachalam Takrite Bhakti
Devitam Sandrastakam Sadharam Vandesi
Vande
Gurudevamanandasena
Gurudevananatya
Acharya Vajrayam Purvavishta Supurakam
Purakam Guruganay Ashisha Sambhushitam Chintaya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Srirupa Pantanagam Govinda
Govinda Vidam
Shvalam
Bharanam Bhakti-amritam
Sundaram
Vande
Bhakti Vishwaguru
Savidya
Chativya
Pramo
Bhagavate Manoditi Chakradam
Devaki Yatanum Suchanda Vadanam
Chandravadanam
Palakasya
Valarta
Chitam
Chilanchitam
Chandanam
Chandrananda
Sadekavarana Vaidya Vidya Buddhi
Shri
Nirantanidhi
Siddhantanidhim
Bhakti-lasitam
Lasitam
Saraswadanam Varam
Sarasvanamaram
Vandetam
Vande
Swaram Madhikam
Shvadanmati
Saranam
Kisharanam
Yakishvaram
Yasishwaram
Shrisaram
Sridharam
Sri
Shri
Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Saraswati
Saraswati
Vidito Gauriya
Gauriya
Gurvai
Gurvanvai
Bhatto
Bhato
Viva
Bhava
Prabhata
Bhava
Dana
Gagane
Yuga
Yoga
Shitane Maya
Maya
Bhavati Pindidara Gatanurija Jivanima Krishna
Krishna
Prema
Prema
Sumadhigaham
Sudhatigahana
Sukhaprada Pramukam
Radha
Bhaje
Pradipati
Namo
Namo
Gauraya
Gauraya
Bhatta
Bhaktavadhuta Murtaye
Gaurangi Brahma
Gaurangri
Vindaya
Padmanandaya
Radha
Radha Bhava
Sevini
Nishegini
Bande
Vande
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vinodam Sri
Vinodam
Gaura
Shri
Sakti
Gaura Shakti
Swarupakam
Swarupakam
Bhakti
Bhakti
Satraya
Shastra
Sampraya
Samrajam
Radharasa
Radha
Sudhanidhi
Sudhanidhi
Gaura Rayasita Seshai
Gaurarajasheshai
Vaishnavai Vandya
Vaishnaver Vande
Vigraham
Vigraham
Jagannath Prabhum
Jagannatha Prabham
Bande
Vande
Premandim Vidya
Hematim
Vaishnava
Vaishnavam
Panchakalpatarubhyascha
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Kirpa Sindhubhya Eva
Sivasubhya
Cha
eva cha
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Namaha
Namaha
Panchatattmakam Krishna,
Krishnam
Bhaktarupa
Rupa
Swarupakam,
Sarupakam
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktavyam,
Bhaktakyam
Namami Bhakta
Namami Bhakta
Saktikam,
Shaktikam
Namo
Namo
Mahavanandaya,
Mahavadanaya
Krishna
Krishna
Prema
Prema
Pradayate,
Prayate
Krishnaya Krishna
Krishnaya Krishna
Chaitanya, Nami
Chaitanya
Gaura Krishna
Gaurakrishna
Namaha,
Namaha Jayata
Jaya
Surabhaupambor,
Tirgati Tat Sarvasva
Namah
Padapacho Radha Madana Mohana Vidya Vrindaranya Kalpadramada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastau Srikandar Srilagodadeyo Krishtalipi Syamanusmarani
Viman rasa
Maharasasam
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vatata
Vatatatastha
Karshana
Karshnaprema
Pranani
Smarer
Gopi
Gopi
Gopinata
Gopinata
Priyasuna
Shri Rindaya
Nitaya Tulasya Vihari
Sevyai
Priyaya
Priyade Kesha
Sacha
Sacha
Krishna
Krishna
Bhakti
Bhakti
Pradede
Pade Devi
Satyavadya Namo
Satyavate Namo
Namaha
Namaha
Artanatva
Archanatva
Mantra
Mantra
Guru
Gurun
Guru
Gurun
Bhagavata
Bhagavatara Thadan
Vyasa Jagat
Vyasan Jagat
Guru
Gurun
Tato
Natva
Yoja
Tato Jami
Udiraye
Udayai
Namaskar
Jayasya
Yasa Parikara Sri Guru
Shri Guru
Gauranga
Gauranga
Gandharva Govinda
Gandharva
Sundar
Vanasundara
Parakavya
Padam
Jasu
Chestu
Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda Sri
Nityananda
Advaita
Shri Advaita
Gadadhara
Gadadhara
Srivastali
Srivastadi
Gaurabhakta
Gaura
Vrinda
Bhaktarinda
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Ramo
Rama
Ramo
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Bhakti Niskhasata Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai
Jai
Shri Kiri Govardhan Ki Jai.
Jai
Jai
Gaura Bhakti Ki Jai. Of course,
Jai
the assembled devotees, of glorious of the worldwide devotees, of Premanandi.
Hari
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 Bol.
Bol.
I am Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai
Jai
Jai.
Tomorrow is the disappearance of Srila Maharaj. Ananda Linda, Linda,
Good, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to you. Are you all good?
Yes, everything good.
Nice to hear.
You're okay.
Yep, I'm fine.
You have a new picture.
Yeah, put some flowers up for a change.
Our read Prapanna-jivanamrtam, Jaya Vishnupat, Paramhamsa, Parivrajagacharya, Asatara Sati Srimad Bhakti, uh, Srila Bhakti Lakshak Dev-Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai Jai
Shri Prapanna-jivanamrtam Ki
Jai
Jai. Chapter 9, text 41. Krishna Bhakti Laka Lapakati Apijanma Deshat Patati. These are verses from the Bhagavatam. Akyaham Ekayagraika Swarayat Priyasatam Bhakti Pudatibam Nishta Papakan Apisambhavat. Margaret's comment. Krishna Bhakti delivers even barbarous outcasts from the contamination of a low birth. The verse from the Bhagavatam. I who am dear to the sadhus can be reached only by devotion born of unalloyed faith. Even a dog flesh-eating outcast who dedicates himself to exclusive devotion to me is delivered from the influence of the wretched circumstances of his birth. He explained it here. The only qualification, the only qualification to connect with Krishna, not your birth, not your qualifications, how much you study scriptures, none of these things, who you have associated with or not associated with, what you're eating or what you do, none of these things are only one qualification. Unalloyed faith, devotion, and unalloyed faith. Who comes to him with unalloyed faith in him? The atheists and others, they don't know faith. They're called skeptics. The skeptics, they say, oh, how do you know there's a God? All these things. They're always questioning. They don't accept faith that there is God. Somehow, human being knows. Some human beings, the devotees, they know there is God. How do you know it? We don't know. They don't, but they know there's. They know there's unquestionable. Those of little faith, the atheists, they have little faith. Faith is not a quality to be found in everyone. Of course, it is there in everyone. They have faith in different things. But here, faith in the existence of God. And mentions in the Bible like that. O ye of little faith, ye the atheists, the skeptics. Those who don't have any faith, they're called skeptics. Why do devotees put so much faith in God? They cannot see. They have no basic contact with, apparently. And yet there is no uncertainty in their hearts about Krishna. They will do everything, sacrifice their entire lives to make connection with Krishna. It is faith. They may be suffering. They may be in a degraded condition. May be very sinful persons. Yet they may have no faith despite all of those disqualifications. It's a strange thing, huh? How to have.
It's difficult to hear.
Huh? Can't hear? Everybody else can hear, okay?
Maharaj, Dandat
Yes,
Maharaj.
can you hear?
There is a lot of white noise. I don't know about other devotees. White noise is there.
Huh?
The background noise is louder than your voice. You speak louder than they can't hear the background noise.
Somehow I'm able to hear Krishna Keshava Prabhu clearly. I don't know about Haryananda Prabhu and Linda Didi.
Ananda Prabhu, are you ready? Are you able to hear clearly?
Maharaj, we are here to you, but low, low.
They're all having the same issue.
Huh?
All having same. They are all having the same experience.
Why is that?
You're speaking a little low. The mic is far from your mouth. You have a softer voice, so it's tough. It doesn't get to the mic.
So put the other thing there. We'll try a different microphone.
Good. Now good, Maharaj.
Now it's good?
Yes. Very good.
Yeah,
That okay?
yeah, Maharaj.
Yes? For you also? Then it's
Yes, yes, Maharaj.
all right.
Yeah.
The problem is Krishna Keshava. He left. Now everybody can hear. Linda, can you hear better? Are you able to hear?
It's better now, yes. It's just I don't
Yeah.
know why. The last few weeks I found it really hard to hear clearly what you say. So don't know what if something's changed.
Krishna
But yes,
Keshava,
that was louder.
Krishna Keshava left and everything became better.
Okay, I'll go sit in the other room.
Krishna.
So faith, huh? It's okay. They were hearing okay. He believed it. So the qualification, huh? Faith. Only by devotion born of unalloyed faith. Strange where this why devotees know without doubt that there is God, and the atheists and others they're confused about that. They're skeptical. So it is told it is by Sukriti somehow past merits in one's life, that one gets that faith. Faith in God comes from the Sukriti. We have a feeling, merits that we have a feeling that we have past lives. And then when that comes, then when we get to the human being, we can have faith. And that faith may be there in some small degree, and by hearing from a sadhu, guru, that faith can be increased and made steady and secure. This is the main qualification, the first qualification. Ado Shraddha, Dev-Goswami has it. Ado Shraddha, Tata Sadhu-Sanga. That faith, but have faith in the sadhu, what they are telling about God, what they are telling us about Krishna, to somehow have faith in that. Krishna makes himself known to those persons. Not only does he make himself known, he lives in and as those persons. He lives through those persons. We're looking for Krishna. He says, I am found. You want to find me? I am found in the hearts of my devotees. That's all. And the mystery, are not, this is not ordinary knowledge or ordinary ideas. These are mystical ideas. Mysteries can't be understood so easily with the brain in ordinary ways. But Krishna, when we're looking for Krishna, we have to look in the heart of the devotees. There will find. If you think you have Krishna without seeing the devotees, then you're missing something. You're not understanding properly. And you won't be able to come to the proper realization. And you have to understand Krishna through the devotee. Also within the heart of yourself. If you are a devotee, Krishna is there in your heart. That is Krishna's nature, his quality is to be everywhere and nowhere. Tirobhava. He's everywhere, but he is nowhere. too enormous, too big to see. And it's everywhere. But he is within the heart of the devotee, within our own heart. Krishna is so merciful in this Kali Yuga where so many difficulties, so much ignorance, so many bad qualities, so much suffering. Yet he is so merciful in this time. He comes in a very direct and simple way. By saying Krishna, Hare Krishna. You want to talk to Krishna? You want Krishna's phone number? Very simple. Krishna. Contact him. All right. Next verse, text 42. Kamala Bhaktir, Ajatendriyan Api, Ishaya Bogad Udharati, Adhyamano Pimad Bhakto, Ishayar, Ajatendriya, Praya Pragabhaya, Bhaktya, Ishayar, Nabi Uyate. The more commentary on the verse from our donor. Yeah. It says intent. Oh, yes, it's from Bhagavatam, sorry. So, for comments, for the person, intense devotion, delivers even persons of uncontrolled senses from worldly enjoyments. There's a comment here. A person adopting the path of devotion may suffer the obstacle of his mind loitering somewhat in thoughts of mundanity due to former habits of sensual failure. And as he cultivates devotion, his service aptitude will grow. And the more his boldness to serve increases, the more that materialistic devotee is gradually able to curb his attractions for the mundane. The only cause of failure for such aspirants is their lack of sincerity. In other words, it's guaranteed. The more intensely you are engaged in devotional service, devotional practice, the more you will get freedom from mundane thoughts, activities, and doubts, whatever they proportion. As much as you are sincere, want to serve, devote your life to Krishna. To that degree, you will relieve yourself all other mundane attractions. If the mundane attractions are still there, it means that we're still attracted back to those things. We're not sincere enough to devote ourselves entirely to Krishna. And of course, mundane attachments will be there. Ye yatamam prapanna-jivanamrtam. According to how much we are approaching him, he will approach us 100%. If we are doing 100%, he will give himself 100%. If we are giving 50%, then he will likewise do that. It depends on our sincerity, how much we want to give up our mundane attachments. How much we want to give up our mundane attachments, and how much we want to give our attachments to Krishna. Is it difficult to hear? Okay. Ariyananda, difficult?
Yes, Maharaj. Again, low, very low.
Maharaj, I think it's the clarity. It's not the how loud it is. It's the clarity of. It's quite distorted.
Not very clear. Huh?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
just wondered if you changed something.
I don't know what it is.
Maharaj, Dandavat Maharaj, Krishna Keshav Prabhu is there. I mean, I'm not blaming him. I'm just I wanted to ask if it is Apple AirPods. I mean, the ones which you are using. Krishna Keshav Prabhu.
What's that?
Is it Apple AirPods, the one which Maharaj is using?
No, it's brandless.
Are you putting a
Okay.
phone?
Okay.
Why?
Because this Zoom has a built-in all these applications have built-in noise cancellation.
Okay, put it up here. Can you hear now?
Not connected.
There is echo.
Can you hear now? Take it
I-
off.
Maharaj, echo.
Can you hear now? Is that better?
Little better.
Is that better? Now it's
Yes, Maharaj.
better. Huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Jai.
All right. We'll use a different microphone. Linda, can you hear?
I think that's clearer, but I won't know till you start really talking. Just with a few words, it sounded clearer.
That's clearer. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll try to. We'll try.
Oh, that sounds better.
All right. We'll try to use this speaker. This. So then there's a bunch of Sanskrit here. I don't know where this comes from actually. It's from the Bhagavatam, it looks like. Anyhow, Labda Shura Bhakti Bijasya. Huh? Nirvinaya Nirvinasya Nubhuta Dukatmaka Kama Sarupasyapi Tat Tyagas Amartya Grahana Salasya Tatra Nishkapata Nishta Purvaka Yajita Bhakyangasya Bhaktyasya Sanar Bhagavan Hridayodita San Nikhila Vidya Tat Karyam Cha Vidvamsayan. Niravachina Nija Chinmaya Vilas Dharmaya Vavishkaroti. Jatta Shraddho Matkash Katashu Nirvina Sarvakamashu Veda Dukatmakan Kamam Padityage Pyananishvara Tato Bhajeta Mam Prita Shradhalor Dridha Nishchaya Jusamanas Chatan Kaman Dukho Darkamscha Garayan Bhaktena Bhakti Yogena Bhajato Mam Sakrin Mune Kama Hridaya Nashyanti Sarve Mai Vidi Shriti. Then Vidyante Hridaya Grantis Chidyante Sarva Samsayaha Kriyante Chasya Karmani Mai this day Tilatmani. That's from the that I remember. That's from the Bhagavatam. Vidyante Hridaya Grantis. This is a very famous verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then
Srila Maharaja's comment.
Srila Maharaj's comment first. For one who receives the seed of devotion, who is selfless and penitent, denouncing his inability to abandon mundane enjoyment, despite realizing it to be the embodiment of suffering, and who sincerely gives himself incessantly to all the practices of devotion, in the heart of such a devotee, the Supreme Lord ascends like the rising sun to annihilate all ignorance with its reactions, revealing his divine personality and all its pristine glory. So now the translation of those verses from the Bhagavatam. He who has imbibed heart's faith in the tidings of my name, nature, and pastimes, who has become indifferent to all kinds of fruit of work and its rewards, who has learned that all forms of enjoyment of sensual passions ultimately transform into misery, yet he is unable to fully abandon such passions. Such a faithful devotee, being determined that his shortcomings will be dispelled by the potency of devotion, gradually comes to abhor those evil passions that enslave him, knowing the havoc they wreak, and he serves me with love when his objective is pure and sincere. I give him my mercy. In this way, the introspective devotee unceasingly absorbs himself and all the practices of devotional service as enunciated by me, and I, who am situated in the heart of my devotee, strike at the root of all the material urges that affect his heart, reducing them to oblivion. By bringing me, the soul of all souls, into his heart, no evil can remain there. Swiftly is the hard knot of mundane ego severed, all doubts are slashed, and all mundane action is exhausted for that earnestly aspiring devotee. So this gives hope to the struggling devotee. Bhagavatam here is giving much encouragement to the struggling devotee. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is Kaviraj, means very literary, king of literary, Kaviraj, king of poets, Kavi, had written the beautiful Chaitanya Charitamrita. And one of the highest devotional literatures in the world. But he's praying on prayer. I don't remember the Bengali right now, but he says, "My feet." He said, "The path is difficult, and I am blind, and my feet, they keep slipping again and again. But I pray to the Lord, to the devotees, for their stick of mercy, for my support." So here's an example of an exalted devotee who's expressing the difficulties he is having, that he feels within himself, and trying to come to the plane. Okay. Trying to come to the plane of Krishna consciousness. It's very difficult to understand these things, how the Lord may in himself felt difficulty in expressing his love for Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshastakam explains these things in a very pitiful way. He's telling, I'm feeling empty in the absence of your presence, in the absence of connection with you. How is it possible? The Lord himself feels separation from himself. The devotee also. So these feelings of difficulty, of trying to reach the Lord, sometimes that is the Lord's own mercy to the devotee, that they may feel love in separation. It doesn't diminish the devotee's aspiration for the Lord, but only increases it. And so the Lord is happy by that. Is satisfied.
Can I give one personal testimony about this verse?
Okay.
Exactly what this verse is saying is something I have personally experienced very potently, especially lately, how we're practicing devotion very seriously in the association of very extraordinary Vaishnavas, and we become aware of our own defects and how those defects are harmful to us, both in a material sense and in a spiritual sense. And at the same time, while those defects and their negative effect are becoming glaringly clear, at the same exact time, we're still helplessly attached to them, and we can't seem to get rid of them, even though we so clearly see how they are obstacles. And that can be a very kind of, discouraging kind of feeling within an individual practitioner. But then when you see that Bhagavatam is literally telling you that this is what the process of bhakti is, and that this is just a stage on the positive progression on that path, it makes it very hopeful, because it takes it away from some kind of, this is just me feeling like this and thinking in this way because I have no hope of really making serious progress on this path. And Bhagavatam is saying, if you're feeling like that, that's a good thing, actually. So it's very encouraging, from my perspective, to hear this kind of verse, which is literally speaking directly to something I've experienced very much lately.
Krishna Keshav Prabhu ki jai.
Aye.
Yeah, so this is not an, what do you want to say? This is a general experience devotees feel, not only the devotees, but like I said, the Bhagavatam also expresses this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expresses this, Krishnadas Kaviraj expresses this. All the devotees express these feelings. Are not unusual. I was reading something somewhere today that unless the world hates you, you cannot have the proper tolerance to chant Harinam. Unless you're ready to tolerate that the world hates you, then you cannot have the proper qualification for chanting the holy name. The Mahaprabhu told, must be more tolerant than a tree. No, he said, humbler than grass, more tolerant than a tree. Giving all respect to others and not expecting any respect in return. And then you can chant. It's not ordinary life. Devotee is not an ordinary person. And he does not have an ordinary life. Very transcendental type of life. If we cannot understand these things or tolerate these things, then what kind of devotional life can we say? Can we speak about? They're difficult. And yet devotees have a certain joy in these things, and it's not always difficult. Sometimes we have good feelings also, by Krishna's grace, happy feelings, joyful hearts. But it makes it very serious, and it keeps it interesting. It's always an adventure. And you'll notice in Krishna's life how he was always getting into some adventure. Well, there was always somebody trying to kill him. Someone who wanted to get to defeat him or whatever. those who are envious, those are the pastimes of the Lord. I was thinking today also about Govinda Maharaj, how he had so many difficulties with people in Navadvip who wanted to gave him personally so many problems, and we can see even today, so many people have taken over the temples, different animical forces. There's always some problem going on, and Govinda Maharaj is very upset by all that. Many times he said he wanted to leave Navadvip to get away from all those problems, and he tried very hard always to serve Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And so this reminds us that despite all the difficulties, we're on the right path. And by Krishna's grace, we may be given an insight into where does that plane of highest realization. And even the difficulties are not difficulties. They are opportunities to surrender more. Bhaktaram yagya tapasam, Krishna says. Bhaktaram yagya tapasam. Yagya, yagya tapasam. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I am the enjoyer of sacrifices. By sacrificing, by making sacrifices for Krishna, Krishna says, Bhoktaram. Oh, that is my enjoyment. Your sacrifices. It gives me pleasure. When we enjoy, we're taking that from him. We're taking his pleasure from him. He is the enjoyer. We are the servants of his enjoyment. And when he sees his devotees giving sacrifice, making sacrifice, and tapasya, bhaktaram yagya tapasam, making endeavors, taking hardships upon himself. Krishna is happy, is enjoying that. And the Saraswati Thakur used to pray that if, dear Lord, if my unhappiness makes you happy, then I am happy also to have my unhappiness. Anyhow, this is meant to encourage us. These verses from the Bhagavatam are meant to encourage us in our search for Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. What the outcome will be, that is up to him. What he wants to do once we go through all these difficulties. You'll have to see what is the result of that. But he has given us his assurance. Krishna has given us his assurance. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. I will reward you, he says, according to your surrender to me. So we may not see the results of our activities right away, but it will be there. It is there. Those who have faith in Krishna have faith in his words also. And they know that by his blessings, somehow or other, they have a very positive outlook, positive result to look forward to. Okay, let's see. Anybody have any more comments to make?
Little Maharaja, 1 minute I translate. Right.
I just think, Maharaj, the more that you clear yourself of mundane thoughts, the easier it is. It just gets easier.
What's that?
Can you repeat that, Linda?
I think the more you clear your mind of mundane thoughts, the easier it gets.
Easier it gets.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
You don't bother you so much.
That's why devotees are always chanting. Instead of thinking some other things, they think of Krishna. And when we become Krishna conscious, that's what it means. We're always thinking of Krishna and not thinking of non-Krishna, other than Krishna. And then your life is happy.
Okay, Maharaja.
Okay.
Dandava Pranams Maharaj. Just to tell you that I am a foolish soul. I do not understand English, but all these years I come to listen to you because seeing your smile and your presence makes us all happy, and seeing your disciples and followers makes us happy even if we do not understand the class or words. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Maharaj, for your love and mercy.
Seeing you all makes me happy also, just seeing you. Thank you. And give me a chance to talk about Krishna. In your mercy. All right.
Jai Gurudev.
My humble dandavats. Humble dandavats to you all. Please be well. Be safe. Be happy in service.
Dandava Pranam, Maharaj, Dandava Devotee.
Holiness Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai. All assembled devotees ki jai. Jai. Everybody
Jai Adivas, Tirobhava, Mahotsav, Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Founder-Acharya, Srila Bhakti Rakshak, Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai. Jai.